a year 30 days to election 2024. 24 days more na yeko akwakotoba. 24 days then eba. Yeko na yasa akwakoto aba. And take note of that. Shenonso say eba. Na yebehwe enra Supreme Court. Supreme Court. Yebehwe. And there's another video of Fifi Kwete's banner. Omanfo no edina Muslim communities no na omo catch omanfo say NNDC for akafa ye nkramufo ho. Now I'll be showing all these videos. Now we hu sene there. This is the constitution. Ghana mrapon kunini eni na making kind enwa uti subject to the ruling a course or the highest court of the land, Supreme Court now. They laid emphasis on Article 97 and Article 99. And omujina so the edi in komo. Omokasa about jurisdiction. Now eno idea. I'll be reading all these things and I'll pay aha ma watibi. But looking at chapter 10 of the Constitution. This is the Constitution, chapter 10. There's a Constitution woman eti etosudu. Oman number in the Bible ni eti dunu. Ena ekasa say yimu ediokron emiensa. That's verse 93. Hane enwasifo. And 94 lawyer no padi so be boy kakra. Pa mumma lawyer mra. Now say there shall be a parliament of Ghana which shall consist of not less than 140 elected members. And 2, subject to the provisions of this constitution, the legislative power of Ghana shall be vested in parliament and shall be exercised in accordance with this constitution. So it talks about the qualification and eligibility of that person. Okay, Article 94 now. When was fatasa udim rachibjeni na osha was subject to the provision of this article, a person shall not be qualified to be a member of parliament unless A, he is a citizen of Ghana, has attained the age of 21 years and is a registered voter. That is the first one. Obia when you're 21 years oye omanimu nipa oye citizen of this country when you're 21 years bia o ho kwanse utimigina na yetoso aba ewo ekruma wo sanso wo ye registered voter odin wo abato enwomemu sana emra no eka. B, the person is also he is resident in the constituency for which he stands as a candidate for election to parliament or has resided there for a total period of not less than 5 years out of the 10 years immediately preceding the election for which he stands or he hails from that constituency. I don't know. Say, my betra madina hey, emra we say, say matra madina ha not less than 5 years. I'm a whole coin. Iba madina so matra mfi watching. Mbese me DMP or ha contest ya meet me ako. Ibe kom thanks be to God say your general manager or lawyer kunini kasiye lawyer Charles Kweku Amoh Darteh. The webboy answer a guest nankasa aba eno at the course of Supreme Court no. Webboy kakransa na me the headlines no kwa the Amoh. And wakansa no pay much.
Ya me you know what to say.
Ya me adum. Bia eboko de.
Nyame so no kron. Ye Kencity Media. Se na woni no ye de asida ene ayeye ene nkanfo e ma twedi Agyapong.
All right.
Se ene so ye da so tinkwam. Anu nyam kese a anu ni kabia. And
all right. Enra Supreme Court akasa. Me say before that, we will lay emphasis be church on that subject matter.
Yeah.
Supreme Court, Speaker of Parliament, Edebe Tubia, so declare 4 seats vacant. A course enra no. Fatao. Then a chair enra.
Yo minia me da CP se o manyasa akwenye. Na unum say Ghana ha you take so many things for granted. Na ye kase constitutional Ghana nyina ye mrapon.
Okay.
Now this constitution your friend no Constitution 19 1992.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend 1992 constitution, 1992 constitution.
Okay.
Now, a Ghana for Nina. Say last year didn't come on. And I do almost rare. I shed sa yemra poem. Says I'm rappoing ye emra. I don't know, I did be bought your bra, you did be bought Ghana who buy.
Okay.
And nothing is over. Article 1. Or see the sovereignty of Ghana. You can't say sovereignty here. And the powers of this country. Ghana for you to me war.
Okay.
Ghana for you now holding a warm war. Yeah, my Ghana, yeah, or my Ghana, no, the sovereignty in no. It resides in Ghanaians. Ghana for you now. See, the sovereignty of Ghana resides in the people of Ghana. People of Ghana know that you to me ni na ya boaboano. You to me ya boaboano. And the ma Ghana ye Ghana.
Ghana. Okay.
Take a sovereign. Ahinie kingdom. Power, supreme power. Ni nyina no eye me nu me enu ene wa wo hwe me ene wa wutie me. The sovereignty. To the first line. The sovereignty of Ghana resides in the people of Ghana. Now, also in whose name, and for whose welfare, the powers of government, because the powers of government are the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. And in the powers of government, what you say, are to be exercised in the manner and within the limits laid down in this constitution.
Wow.
What I say? Enti, oye, president, ana VP, ana Speaker Babin, Speaker of Parliament, ana oye Ghana ni biya noa. So oye bibia, oye no ewo Ghana for dream. And a Ghana for ye diemu. Until I'm a free one. Ghana for dreamu, and your party be dreamu na wo ye. And yes, me perceive me just me number 2 and number 3 in na wo ye.
Okay.
Oh ye no Ghana for dreamu na identity na wo ye. Oh ye no in the interest in their welfare.
Okay.
Now ultimately nye bibia a bro within the limits. Unye bibia a bro the constitution is so, but uye bibia within the constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The powers of government. Oye no basi no kacho say enam sentino. Constitution here ekuta yen. And only the supreme law of this country.
Okay.
And only emrapong ya yedibo Ghana Hombra. Now, we buy a constitution in Musosona, your principles. A business rule of law.
Okay.
Embrani dihine. Ubia son chembra. Not even the president. Not Asante Hene. Not the Speaker of Parliament. Not Gamman Chair.
Obia.
Not Awumafia. Yes.
Obia.
Obia. The Pabibia. Oti Ghana ha. Within the territories of this country, no. Oshe Ghana mrase. It is the Ghana mra be kanu na waso ye den. Udiso. Let us be a separation of powers.
Okay.
Until there were 3 arms of government, and the third the media, but the focus on the 3 arms. But Obian Sudiwa, and the kind BB, subject only to this constitution. As the constitution, I say. So who read the legislature? Oko 125, subject judiciary, subject only to this constitution. Oba parliament, subject only to this constitution. Oko executive, also my cited, subject only to this constitution. It can be a subject, maybe a subject of Ashanti. Let's say Misha Santimaya say.
Okay.
Subject of Aguna Sante. I hold them be free, Misha Aguna Kunyase. Subject of Kumasi Tafu, a honor be free, Misha Kumasi Tafu, Akunyase. Subject of Suta, a honor be free, Misha Suta Kunyase. Vapo, vakoda ofria wo hye bobobulu nana bobobulu to bobobulu wo hye na konwa se. And you are a subject. When you are a subject, it means that wo hye bibi ase. Na unye untimi ka say be suche mra. Enti de mra de beka no me ye patapa me ye tintintinti me ni so. You see where I'm going with this thing? And the mra say parliament mo ye mra hye bedwamfo. Mo hye mra e magana. Mo na mo hye mra. Okay. Nempo and Senator Parliament, you read it, the qualifications. Okay. Identity Speaker Babin Kase. Oh, you dual citizen come to Parliament. I didn't know Kase, but in fear 12, my being and to come to Parliament.
Okay.
There must be some qualifications. But he's obeying it.
Okay.
Identity article 3 say Parliament intimate shemrebia a big creative a one-party state, Ghana. Now, Moshe say, "You create one-party state because they have to obey the constitution." Nakatuya, consolidated fund. You do what you do, Adeka. Oji, I don't say Eswa. He has to obey because he is not above the law. I hope you understand. Enna. Yamra no akaka kire say yamra pon ya Ghana fo nyina do omure. This is the will. You can say constitution. It is the will and testament. And a Ghana for Eddie I share a constitution. And nunti any papibre be a Ghana habia. I was so woody yamra iso.
Okay.
And a constitution say article 130 say ba enchirechiremu e your constitution mu a say be a provision bi wo ho na on tiase na Mr. George say the provision no ase kire Mr. Ken say no say na ase kire na say ambiguity bi bam na say different group of people and na say two persons be a different interpretation of a particular article. Any pabibre biara ni ho. Court to biara ni ho. Not even the President of the Republic of Ghana, the executive. Not even Parliament. Article 130, a article within the Constitution, within the limits of this Constitution, say, when it comes to interpretation and enforcement of our Constitution, no.
The Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. Exclusive original jurisdiction. Exclusive, she said, Obi anka hubi. Original, she said, Woman kuto. Jurisdiction, she said, Omu akwanya. And the Branda show me said, Munkuto na muntimi. And constructed and not interpreted a provision within our Constitution. Now, more interpretation, so I'm share the letter and the spirit, MOPA, modern purposive approach to interpretation of our Constitution. To make sure that the welfare and development of the law of Ghanaians are taken into consideration within the limits laid down in this Constitution. After what I say. And now, I'm not for placing different interpretations. NDC forces say that MPP forces say that Speaker Babi declaration, and then I say him. Yamrana say when the provision is ambiguous, when the provision is congruous, when the provision is unclear, which means say ofu say a policy provision mu ofu say asum ka bi wom ofu say provision we maintain ase enya say bia anim enya yi a memfa nko ofie dem kukuru ko Ghana ni bia wotumi article 1-2 wotumi so wudi America e be ko Supreme Court ko a esiwo the Matthias siwo ko a wakoka kire wo empanifo atenase say no mo tenase ya pense mu na me refi ade ani kakra o say Akwano is one of the greatest lawyers, and I always bow for him. And he's a legal colossus. You find it Lord Denning.
Okay.
Or say obedi assemble two judges and him when it comes to interpretation, because English language is not mathematical precision. English language and mathematical precision.
Or court.
Say assemble two when him the seafood court case.
Okay.
I feel about stream. Basada judges no anchor say, oh, and the parliament I mistake and the parliament, but they have to sit down and work.
Okay.
Mom blame the lawmaker said lawmaker and interpretation where they said, or say when it comes to they have to sit down and work to make sure that the right thing is done. And so Supreme Court, they always sit down and work.
Okay.
Look at the law and bring interpretation, and they will also enforce. And he said Supreme Court ekasa. Number one, a declaration. And it must be obeyed. It is in our constitution. Article 2. What is the Supreme Court? Ekasa. It must be obeyed. It is a Ghana needs the Supreme Court Kasa obey. Say a high crime. So high is a crime, it's a criminal offense. But we know a high crime. High crime is impose a president and a VP. The Supreme Court say sa mreya mo shei sa endema mu ye ene constitution no ebobra ene emwa Ghana for it kicks against our constitution enti munyai de mo ye no na se mo anyai na you disobey e wo ho sunsuaso.
Also
if you are the president and you disobey the orders of the constitution a ground.
Wow.
Say betu ade so.
Council say na wo kana atena o code 2 article 2 no.
Yes.
Any person or group of persons to whom an order or direction is addressed under clause 2 of this article by the Supreme Court shall duly obey and carry out the terms of the order or direction. Failure to obey.
So that was it shall duly obey. A share. So the ubediso. And nuntina omuye declaration of 2012 presidential petition. I say, John Dramani Mahama, you are the president of the Republic of Ghana. Akufo-addo went to Mianko Jubilee House. Or see, even though I disagree with the declaration of the court, however, for the sake
and peace of
the Republic of Ghana, the sovereignty, Majiatum, and people jubilated. Yeah, the ambulance case call Supreme Court, hey, but to to force him. You jubilated.
Okay.
And when Supreme Court ekasa is an order, also it must be duly obeyed. And failure. Now go about the failure. If you fail.
That's force. Failure to obey or carry out the terms of an order or direction made or given under clause 2 of this article constitutes a high crime under this constitution and shall, in the case of the president or the vice president, constitute a ground for removal from office under this constitution.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
And the president now or Jubilee House, VP or